I wanted to talk about the new Toxic Avenger. I saw it last night with my friend, Peter Dinklage as the new Toxic Avenger. It's not Marvin, it's Winston. And it's not bad. I mean, if you like the original one, you'll like this. It's not for everybody. So if you never liked the first one, or gory comedies, black comedies are not your thing, avoid this thing like the plague. And the one big difference between this and the old Trauma one from 1984 is they got a lot of CGI. Never had that in the Trauma stuff. Everything was practical effects. This stuff is all CGI. But it is what it is. And like I said, if you're a fan of this stuff, it's worth seeing it. Maybe not at the show. We saw it at the show and there was 4 people in the movie theater. So take that for what it's worth. This movie's been sitting on the shelf for 2 years. And then finally the Cineverse, aka Cinedigm, that was their old name, they hit it big with the 2 and 3, the Terrifier movies. So they got a string of horror movies now that made money, so they picked this up to release it, and they're doing a Silent Night, Deadly Night remake. They're doing Return to Silent Hill. They got a whole slew of horror movies coming out, and that's good. That's good that, they found their niche. So they're, it's going to be basically a horror movie company, and they put out a lot of B stuff on video on demand. So if they can't make them, if they buy a movie, then they can't cut it at the show. They just throw it on video on demand. But yeah, this is entertaining for what it is. The one thing that I have a complaint about, and it's not the movie maker's problem. The theater I saw it in, Marcus in Orland Park, Illinois, the speakers were blown, so you could hear the music screaming. And then when these people are talking, it's real light. So, I mean, you had to really concentrate. Now, it was easy to do this with only 4 people in the theater. But if this thing is packed and people are laughing and screaming and stuff, you're going to have a hard time making some of this stuff out in that theater. That theater's got to get fixed. I mean, that we should have put in a complaint. But yeah, it's worth a watch. If you don't catch it now in the theatrical run, this has got a name where it's not going to disappear. It's going to be on, Legendary are the guys that made it, and they're supposedly in talks to buy Lionsgate. So if they buy Lionsgate, this thing will get thrown into that library, and and it is what it is. Consolation of all these movie companies. My one friend said the only stuff that'll never get bought and tore up completely is Pepsi, Coke, and Disney. He said those 3 companies will stay as they are forever. But yeah, so here's the review of the Toxic Avenger. If this is your kind of thing, it's worth it. If not, if you don't like those kind of genre movies, horror movies, gore movies, don't see it. Everybody have a good day.